Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another video for you today in the Evolution Cup, taking a look at my battles that I did on stream, and I did incredibly well. We have 3 4-1s for you today, which is a 12-3. So we have all the battles. I hope you enjoy. We're so close to Legend. We're going to be making that final push, but this team did really well. I had so many, well maybe, yeah, I had so many Celio and even a Piloswine lead, and I beat most of them besides I think one. So crazy enough, anyway, we're taking a look at a Celio lead in the first battle. We're actually going to be able to take this matchup and beat this Golbat because they did not shield. So I could shield this and go for the farm down. Even though my counters are heavily resisted, we're still going to be able to get that farm down, come out with energy. We do go down a shield, but I would say it's worth it because, yeah, we don't want our hakamo-o on that Celio, right? So we're going to be able to throw the body slam. Now, picking up a shield as well, the Dragonair comes in. We do not get to another one, but that's totally fine because we could bring in the hakamo-o and do a lot of damage, and we could honestly probably just shield it from down, and that's the goal right now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Shield right now, and they do bring in the Celio. So this is beautiful because I'm going to be able to throw my Brick Break, which is a bad move, but it's still nice coverage, right? And it's still super effective. And then bringing my Celio, so we're ahead on energy. Well, we're behind energy, excuse me. We're ahead on health is what I meant to say. But, you know, still looking really good right now. They're going to be able to throw an attack, and it's going to be a body slam, of course. I mean, that's what you go for in this situation. Totally fine. We're going to be able to throw a body slam of our own, and this is going to connect because shields are down. One body slam shouldn't be enough to KO. Maybe after the powder snow, it's actually probably not. But we're going to be able to actually take another one, so that's totally fine. So we're going to be able to take this. And another one will KO me, but we do get to a body slam, but they actually attempt to catch, which is what I was anticipating, so I didn't throw right away. And they do bring in Celio, and I'm able to get to the Brick Break and KO the Celio, and that is going to be a great win. So can you use another dragon besides hakamo-o? Yeah, I mean, you could use Dragonair. I do like the hakamo-o. You get to the moves really fast. It's bulkier than Dragonair, so I do prefer the hakamo-o, but I imagine like Dragonair would work. As well. So we have actually another Celio lead. So again, safe swapping into the Vigoroth, and out comes Machoke. So is this another hard counter game for us? Let's find out. We're going to be able to throw the Body Slam. Body Slam will do a lot of damage. Trying to get to one more, and they do have an attack. Do I take this? No, I do not. So I actually think I do double shield here because I do want to win switch. So we're going to go ahead and shield this, and I think I make a little bit of a mistake. I actually think I could have counted down and came out with energy, but I actually throw my body slam. So we go down 2 shields. We do win switch. Not looking too good. A Dusclops comes in. But we're still obviously going to play it out. We're going to be able to throw the Bulldoze right now. I'm not going to throw a bait. Bait's kind of risky here. We're just going to throw the Bulldoze, and they do not shield, so I'm glad I didn't throw that bait. They're going to be able to get off an attack, which is fine. We're going to be able to take this one, right? Going to be a return that will KO us. It is purified. I always look out for that purified one. They bring in Celio. I bring in my own Celio. They are up 2 shields, which again is not good. But we'll see what we can do. Going to be able to take that body slam. And we're going to charge up. They do throw another body slam, which is fine. We've seen this matchup in a previous game, but we know we could take it. And we're going to be able to unleash body slams. Maybe getting a shield, maybe taking the damage. We'll see what they do. They do take that one. We do throw another one. And this is this going to connect, or are they going to shield it? They're going to go ahead and shield that one, okay? And they're going to be able to throw another attack. This is still not going to KO, so I will be able to get off another body slam, so totally fine. We do throw the body slam. Let's see if they shield this one, or if they let this one go through. They do give up the final shield, so I'm going to go ahead and farm up, and they actually make a catch on Dusclops, so beautiful catch. But what this will allow me to do is bring in my hakamo-o. And I'm afraid of the return, right? We don't want to be hit with a return, but we're basically going for the farm down. They do throw an attack. It's an ice punch. We are weak to it, but we're able to take it, and we do farm down. We almost have enough for 2 brick breaks. We're going to be able to get 1 off right now against the Celio because of that amazing farm we got. It doesn't KO, but that's totally fine. They do throw an attack. We're not going to die to a body slam. And a raw beam we would lose to, but the body slam is not going to KO us, and we're going to be able to get off a brick break. I believe this trainer came into the chat afterwards and said they're actually running water pulse. One trainer did. I think it was this trainer. But either way, we're able to get this attack off, and that is going to KO, and that's going to be a great game to my opponent. So beating 2 Celio leads right off the bat. Vigoroth, always a safe swap. You love to see it. And we're going to go ahead and move into the next battle. We do have the Hakamo-o into the Dragonair. So this is a good matchup here. Usually how I play this, I usually throw my attack because we do get to it first. But they actually make a good catch on Dusclops. So well played to my opponent there. And I'm going to go ahead and switch into my Celio. Now this is a Shadow Dusclops, so this tells me it doesn't have return. So it likely has Ice Punch and Shadow Punch, and we could definitely eat the Shadow Punch attacks, right? So we're going to be able to take one, no problem. I'm going to go ahead and throw my Aurora Beam right now. Could have farmed up extra, but I don't think this KOs, so I think we could farm down afterwards anyway. Yeah, so we're going to be able to farm down. They do get off another Shadow Punch, but that's fine. And again, I'm assuming Vigoroth is in the back because Vigoroth is usually in the back when it's not in the lead, right? So we're going to be able to farm that down. Will the Dragonair come back in? Probably not because we do have Celio. And there's the Vigoroth. And, oh, I don't know if they attempted to catch, but they actually throw an attack after the Vigoroth comes in. So well played to my opponent there, but we're going to be able to bring in the Hakamo-o and farm down, barely living that. So we're going to be able to get off a Brick Break, which is nice. And we do have a lot of energy on the Celio, right? So I am going to go ahead and throw that. They're going to be able to counter me down, but that's fine. We still have a Vigoroth of our own. We still have energy on the Celio, so we can get off multiple body slams, which is really nice for me. And they're going to take that one. Will they take this one, or will they let this go? Let's find out. So we do throw this body slam, and they're going to go ahead and take that. And they will get a nice farm. But at this point, I was figuring I could probably just count it down. We could take a body slam. We also have a shield. So we're going to take that body slam, and we're just going to go for the countdown, and we're going to be able to get it. And that's going to be a great game to my opponent. Very well played to them. So we're going to be able to win that one, even though they made a really good catch in the beginning. But let's go ahead and move on to the next battle. Yeah, well played to my opponent. Looks like I forgot to edit this part out, maybe. This you win screen, a little bit, waiting a little bit, but that's okay. Here we go. Okay, so Hakamo-o into Vigoroth. So I do like this lead because my backline, like Celio, gets to avoid it, right? So this is actually a good lead, even if they win switch, and they could double shield and win switch. Usually I don't throw right away just in case they try to catch it on a ghost type, which we will see later on. That actually does happen. But we do throw the Brick Break right now. Even though it's a bad move, it's still super effective. And you do get to it fast, and you do get to an attack. So I'm going to go ahead and just shield this one up because I want to force a second shield. And I did assume they would shield this, but they actually let this go. But we're going to be able to throw the Brick Break, and one more Dragon Tail will KO. So we do take Switch there. So either you're going to take Switch or take both shields from the Vigoroth matchup. In comes Golbat. Fortunately, we can't make another move, but we do have Celio, which is nice. So we're going to bring in that Celio. I love Celio for this meta. It's a great Pokemon. Totally worth the investment. We obviously could take that. We knew it was Poison Fang. They actually make a catch on Chansey. So that was a great catch by my opponent. But the good thing is here, we have a Vigoroth, right? So Vigoroth is doing super effective damage and is the best response to Chansey. Even though it's taking forever to get it down, it's still a great response. And we're going to be able to come out with energy if they don't switch out by the time their switch time is up, right? Because we're going to just throw these body slams. I think I threw one more, and then I think my goal at this point was to just commit to the farm down after this body slam. I think that's what I do. We'll see. They're going to be able to get off an attack. I think I let this go because I know I survived the Hyper Beam. I do let it go, and it is a Hyper Beam, but we still survive it. It does do a lot, but in comes the Golbat. The switch time is up. We're going to be able to get off this body slam right now. And that will pick up the final shield, but we could bring in Celio and get to our body slam. Not before they get to a Poison Fang. And I shielded it because I wasn't sure. I wasn't counting Chansey, but I wasn't sure that they could make it. And to another attack. And we actually shield the Shadow Ball, which is actually really good for us. So we're looking really nice right now. Right? We're going to be able to just trudge up to 2 body slams and throw 2 body slams. Robbie may have picked up the knockout. I wasn't 100% sure, but I know 2 body slams will KO. Actually, we don't even need the second body slam. So the Aurora Beam would have likely KO'd, but either way, GG's to my opponent. Well played to them, and we're able to take that game. I don't like Chansey in this meta. I don't blame my opponents for running it. It's a great Pokemon. But anyway, this is the Celio game we actually lose to. So I did mention that we lose to, I think, 1. Maybe it's more than 1, but I think it's 1. But either way, they bring in a Shadow Dragonair. We're going to be able to get off these body slams. They do shield it up. We're going to be able to get to another body slam because they're not throwing they're actually going for the farm down. So I do throw the body slam here, and they do actually shield it. So we do get 2 shields. So I was thinking that was actually pretty good for us. Unfortunately, we cannot get off that body slam. If we got off that body slam, we actually would have won this. But let's see how we lose this. I'm going to bring in the Celio to go for the farm down. I take one, I let one go. So it's going to be a body slam, yep. And they do get to another one, so we're going to have to shield this now, unfortunately. It would have gotten us low. I mean, I guess we could have taken it, but I don't want to take it. So we do farm down with the Celio, and they're going to bring in, I forgot what they brought in. I actually didn't see it, but I switched into my hakamo-o, and of course they're going to bring in Celio. If we had 2 shields, it would be nice, but we don't. We're going to go ahead and I let this one go, expecting the body slam, and it is the body slam. But still, this one we have to shield. It's going to be another body slam, of course. That's totally fine. And I'm going for the farm down. One more. If we got that farm down, we actually would have won. We could have thrown the attack to KO the Celio, but I needed energy against... I think it's a Vigoroth in the back. They actually get to another body slam, funny enough. So it was the Vigoroth, right? I think it was. But either way, yeah, in comes the Vigoroth. Yeah, we needed to farm down with hakamo-o, throw a Brick Break, and maybe throw multiple body slams to KO this, maybe. Yeah, look at that. Another Aurora Beam actually wouldn't KO. So we actually came kind of close, but we're going to lose that one. But we do go 4-1 in the first set. So well played to my opponent, and we're able to move on to the second set. We do have hakamo-o. We do have Vigoroth. Love to see it in the lead, even if we lose the lead, because we know Vigoroth is not going to be a threat to Celio anymore, right? So they do throw an attack. We always take the first one. hakamo-o is pretty tanky, so we could take the first body slam. Again, make sure they don't attempt to catch, and I do go ahead and throw the Brick Break right now, and they do go ahead and shield it, and they throw an attack, and I'm going to go ahead and shield the second one. So now we're even on shields, and again, this usually how this plays out. They're going to go ahead and either shield this and take switch, or they're going to let it go and we're going to take switch. And I think this trainer lets it go, but they actually switch out into a ghost type, so we're going to go ahead and throw an attack. Now keep in mind that does not have a purified thing around it, so we know they can't go for the return, which is good for us. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one. Gonna be a Shadow Punch, totally fine. They're gonna be able to get to another Shadow Punch. I'm just gonna farm up here. We can take multiple Shadow Punch attacks. It's not a strong move, and Dusclops is not attack weighted, so we're gonna be able to take this. And we actually throw, I believe we throw in CMP actually. To make sure that we get as much farm as possible. They bring in their own Celio. We're going to be able to throw body slams. We do have, I think we have 2. We're almost 2-2. We'll see. One more, and then we get it off. But no, they get off theirs first. But again, we're able to take it. We still have a Vigoroth chilling in the back. It's not like they can farm us down. We double resist. Powder Snow. So we're looking really good here. We're going to be able to throw this body slam totally fine. And they do get off an attack, but we can let this go again. We have the Vigoroth chilling in the back, so really good matchup for the Vigoroth. And I think oh no, they quit. Okay, okay. I was gonna say I think I make a catch or something, but no, they actually quit. Moving on, we have a Piloswine lead, so bad lead. I go into my safe swap, my Vigoroth, and they're gonna switch in their Ghost type, and it does have the purified aura around it, so it does have return, or it has the option of having return. They all have return if they're purified, but we're just gonna throw Bulldozers. This is not a good matchup. It also has feint attack. I've been seeing more and more feint attack ones, to be honest with you, and that's probably to have a better Vigoroth matchup. It does make sense. We can't get to another. I could have thrown the body slam. I was going for the Bulldoze, but we were not able to make it, but that's okay. So we know they have Ice Punch, right? Do I shield this one? I do not. I let it go, and it's going to be a Shadow Punch. So that, oh no, oh yeah, that's right. They have. We know they have the return, and I assumed they had the Ice Punch, but they actually don't. So they bring in Golbat, and we charge up enough for 2, saving those because Brick Break is strong against Piloswine, right? So we're going to save both of those. Going to bring in Celio right now. We knew they'd just do a Poison Fang because they didn't charge up for the Shadow Ball, so we're going to be able to throw the Body Slam right now. This Body Slam is going to pick up the shield. Very nice. They're going to be able to throw another one. I do shield this. Going to be a Poison Fang, of course. And we're going to be able to charge up and throw just before they get to another one. And this is going to KO or get the final shield. Let's see what they decide to do. And they do go ahead and shield it. Do I shield this one or do I let it go? I do go ahead and shield it. Going to be a Poison Fang. Totally fine. And we go for that farm down. We're able to get it. You love to see it. And I'm trying to, do I switch out right away? Let's see what comes in. Shields are down. It's going to be that Piloswine, but they actually make a beautiful catch. Oh my gosh, they actually make that catch. I thought I was going to lose after that, but keep in mind, we do have 2 Brick Breaks charged up, ready to go on the Hakamo-o. So we're actually able to get both of them off. This still doesn't KO because Brick Break, as I mentioned, is a bad move. But we're able to Dragon Tail it down and take that win. So despite that amazing catch by my opponent, we're still actually able to win that one. So good game. Moving on, we have a Haunter lead. Okay, so we have a couple Haunter leads back to back, right? So I throw it right away. Definitely a mistake on my end because it's CMP, and they're going to throw on CMP, which makes sense. So now I'm going to go ahead and shield it. But can we force the shield? We'll see. Now what you can do, so this is how we played the first Haunter game. And then I'm going to go ahead and farm down, but I do have to shield this because this would be enough to knock me out. I mean, Haunter is so attack weighted, but they actually switch out into Celio, so the Haunter's still alive, but it's like 1 HP. So we're going to be able to throw the Brick Break and switch out into Vigoroth. You could argue that I shouldn't have thrown the Brick Break. I should have just switched into the Vigoroth. Maybe I should have, but, you know, we would have, I don't know. Because they would have gotten to more body slams than just one if we did that, if we didn't throw the Brick Break. So they actually throw the Aurora Beam, so nice play by my opponent. Again, I'm assuming there's a Vigoroth in the back, and there is, so makes sense. Similar team to mine, they have the same backline, they just have a Haunter instead of a Hakamo-o. We do get the shield there. They're going to be able to farm us down. And we'll see what happens. We're going to bring in this Hakamo-o, and they do get off an attack. This is going to KO us. But those Dragon Tails put the Vigoroth in body slam range. So as long as they don't catch, we're looking good. And I am expecting a catch, so I'm not going to throw it right away. I am expecting them to catch or attempt to catch on Haunter. And there they go. So we're not going to allow that to happen, and the opponent will concede that. So great game to my opponent. Well played to them. Obviously, the catch is what they needed. Moving on, Hakamo-o into Haunter. So here's the other Haunter lead. So what I'm going to do here is attempt to farm them down, because when they throw an attack, we're going to be able to get a Dragon Tail in. So I do shield the first one, and I do want to farm down. But they throw Shadow Punch. This will allow them to get to another attack. Barely get to another one. And I am afraid of the Ice Punch, so I do shield. It's going to be another Shadow Punch. So unfortunately, I do go down 2 shields. So what I think I should do is let them throw first, shield that one, and then throw my next one. But if it's Ice Punch, they probably don't get to another one. So maybe if they throw Ice Punch, maybe I should throw, maybe I should just go for the farm down. But if they, yeah, we'll see. We'll play it a little bit differently next time. We'll throw probably after they throw their first attack, depending on what it is. But either way, let's see how this game goes. We do go down 2 shields, which is really bad. We are going to bait here. It is kind of risky, but at the same time, we're down 2 shields, so we're kind of trying to get the advantage back, and we do manage to get it back. However, they do throw an attack. If it KOs, that bait is kind of irrelevant, and I think it does KO. No, it doesn't. We barely live, but I throw a body slam. This was a mistake. I didn't think I reached the bulldoze, so I threw the body slam because I didn't think I got to the bulldoze. So we could have gotten to the bulldoze, so that's my error, but that's okay. They're going to be able to throw an Ice Punch, which will not KO, and I switch out into Celio. So I'm going to bait here again, because I feel like they have 1 shield. They kind of want a shield, right? And we do get the shield, so very nice there. And they're going to be able to throw an attack. At least we got the shield there, which is good. Shadow Punch going to connect. And they're going for the attempted catch, which is what I figured, again, that they would do. And we're going to be able to win that one. Despite a little bit of a mistake, maybe we should play the Haunter match a little bit different. We're still able to win that one. Good game to my opponent. And against the Vigoroth, when I threw the body slam, should have thrown the bulldoze. But again, I didn't think I was going to make it. But either way, Hakamo-o into Vigoroth, you'll love to see it. We're going to be able to throw the Brick Break here. They do shield it up. They do throw the body slam. I always take the first one. And this is fine. We're going to be able to take it. Totally fine for us. They do get to another one. And I could shield this one up. And it's going to be another body slam. So how I would play this if I was the opponent, I would shield this and farm down so you come out with energy. So I would go down the 2 shields. And that's what my opponent does now. So we're going to be able to bring in Vigoroth and go for the farm down. We do take this attack. Let's see if they switch out. I think they do switch out after that. No, they don't. Okay, so we do farm them down. We are up shields, which is nice, but they do bring in Dusclops. Now, again, I noticed that this is not a purified one, so they do not have return. which is good to recognize. You definitely want to recognize that. And we switch out into Celio right afterwards. And they have an Alolan Graveler. Oh my gosh. I actually let this first one go because I know it's a Rock Blast. And I was like, I don't want them to get to a Stone Edge afterwards. So, like, should I have shielded that? Can they get to a Stone Edge afterwards? I wasn't sure. I don't battle these a lot, to be honest. So I am going to go ahead and throw the Body Slam, hoping it KOs. It actually doesn't. So we still don't get off an attack, but they bring in the Dusclops. And we are up a shield. And I was thinking, maybe, but no, because the Bulldozer is not going to be enough to KO them. Which is unfortunate for us. They do get to another Ice Punch. There's no way we're winning this. If they were in Bulldoze range, maybe, but they're not in Bulldoze range, so I just forfeit. So great game to my opponent, well played. That's going to be another 4-1 for us, though. There we go, moving on up. You'll love to see it. Let's jump into the final game the final set of the video. Hakamo-o into Vigoroth, so another great matchup. You'll love to see it. I do love it. This is where I throw the Brick Break immediately, and they catch on a Ghost. So there they go. They catch on Dusclops. So good catch by my opponent. If you notice, all the other times I was not throwing immediately, but for some reason this time I do. I attempt to catch the Ice Punch, but they actually throw the Shadow Punch here, so I was not able to catch it, but at least it's a Shadow Punch, right? So yeah, I would recommend not throwing right away. Usually I haven't been, but in this situation I did. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and throw the Aurora Beam right now because I know it won't KO, so I could farm down afterwards. And that's what we're going to do. I think I go for the farm down here. They're going to be able to get me low because they do get off a Shadow Punch here. Another Shadow Punch doesn't KO. Oh yeah, they actually switch out into Vigoroth. Yeah, not great for us. It's unfortunate that we allowed them to catch. But it's okay. We're going to bring in this Hakamo-o and go for the Brick Break right now. And that will pick up the shield. And we want to get to another one. They do get off an attack, and I do shield it. Now, we do have a Vigoroth, of course, in the back, which is always nice to have, right? We do throw this attack. I think if they let this go, or if they shield this, I'm not going to shield. And they actually don't shield it. I think I would have preferred them to shield it just so we can get more farm. But they actually have double Ghost. So, okay, what I do here, I actually go straight Bulldoze. Now, was it a mistake? I don't know. I was watching Battle Bull one time. He baited the Haunted didn't shield. They called it with one shield. And if he went for the Bulldoze, he would have won. If I went for the Body Slam, I could have shielded that. Would have gotten to the Bulldoze and would have won. It could go either way, you know what I'm saying? But actually, it is double Ghost, so we're gonna be able to lose this one. I can't farm them down. I have to throw the attack. So if I baited against the Haunted, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. It could have went either way. I don't really consider that a mistake. I mean, going for the nuke, I don't think that was a mistake. I just think they called it well there. But let's move on to the next one. Is this the mirror match? We did have a mirror match with the same team. This might be the mirror match one. We're going to go for the sneak, and we do get that Dragon Tail in. I'm going to go ahead and let it go. I know I survive it, so I'm going to go ahead and take it, and we're going to be able to get off this Dragon Claw right now. And this Dragon Claw is going to KO, get the shield, and they do shield it up. So we do go down, but we do bring in Celio, and they bring in their own Celio. Now I can bring in my Vigoroth right now. Again, I'm assuming... What am I assuming they have in the back? Vigoroth. So at this point, I realize it's probably an identical team, because most likely they have a Vigoroth, because I always assume there's a Vigoroth on the team. That's not all the time. It's not every single time, but most of the time it is, right? I knew this was a Body Slam, so we're going to go ahead and take this one. Do I go for the farm down here? I think I want to. Oh, yeah, I do, but unfortunately they do get off another one, so I do go ahead and commit the shield here. That's really unfortunate for me. I could have survived it, but we do see a Hakamo-o come in, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the Body Slam. And they do shield it. We actually have another Body Slam, so we're going to be able to get off this Body Slam. This is going to KO, so that's good for us. And lo and behold, it is a Vigoroth. What a surprise. We unfortunately don't make it, but we have energy on Celio, right? Will 2 Body Slams be enough? We know we survive a Body Slam from Vigoroth. We're going to be able to throw this. Another Body Slam is not enough, so we need the Aurora Beam. So we do survive 1, but they were at 2. So I thought I lost. For some reason, they don't throw it. I was actually confused here. I remember being confused here. They definitely were at 2, if I'm not mistaken. If someone wants to go ahead and count to double check, I swear they were at 2 Body Slams. Maybe they overtapped. I don't know what happened. I thought Vigoroth won CMP against Celio, so I feel like that was a CMP tie. I don't really know, but we take that win. I remember staying on the screen for a little bit, like really confused, like at winning that. I did not think I was going to win that, but good game to my opponent. Moving on, we have a Piloswine lead right now. Gonna say swap into Vigoroth. They bring in a Machoke. Not great for us. We actually throw in CMP. Probably a mistake because they do win CMP, but I do go ahead and shield. It's a Brick Break. I was expecting Crush Chop, but maybe they don't have it. We're going to go ahead and throw this Body Slam, and they do go ahead and shield it. And now we're going to throw right away. We'll see if they decide to shield this or if they let this go. They do go ahead and shield it. Do I shield this? No, I do not. Okay, I let this one go. And then we're going to bring in the hakamo-o. Go for the farm down. Yeah, that's right. I go for the farm down because we're going to take this. It's actually a dynamic punch, so they don't have Crush Up. But we're going to be able to take that, farm down, and Piloswine is weak to Brick Break. So we're going to be able to get off, I think, 2. Or do we go for 1 and then... We do go for the 1. And then I think we go for another 1. Or do we switch right away? Oh, they actually catch in Vigoroth. Oh, yeah, that's right. They catch in Vigoroth. And that's actually great for me because we have a Celio in the back, and now they're in Aurora Beam range, which is really good for me, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take this because I know Piloswine has Stone Edge, and Stone Edge would just KO, whereas the Body Slam does not KO us. So we're going to be able to Aurora Beam here. I think them attempting to catch was a mistake, but maybe, I don't know. So they actually throw in and CMP, but this is going to be an Avalanche. But a Body Slam will KO the Piloswine. So I'm actually going to be able to win this. So a little bit lucky on my end there. But, you know, maybe they thought they would snipe me down before I got off another attack. That's probably another Brick Break with the hakamo-o. That's probably what happened. But either way, GG's. Able to beat another Piloswine lead. So let's move on to the next one. Hakamo-o into Vigoroth. So you love to see it. I love to see it. And this is totally fine. Not going to throw right away. We learned when they tried to catch, or when they did catch on Dusclops, right? So we're not going to throw right away. And, I mean, they could still randomly switch, and they could still catch it, but we're going to be able to throw the Brick Break. They actually take that. So now I could shield and farm down and win switch. We do go down a shield, but I am going to go ahead and take switch. So we have an attack ready to go against whatever comes in. It's going to be a Dragonair, so we're probably going to get the shield back because Dragonair is weak, right, to this Dragon Claw. We're not going to switch out. We're going to let them farm us down because we want to have the Celio on the Dragonair. They're going to throw an attack. I know it's a Body Slam. We can easily eat this. Celio is a tanky boy, so, or girl, whichever one it is. But we'll go ahead and go for this Body Slam right now. Very nice for us. And I think I go for the farm down. I am going for the farm down. I do shield this. I could take this. I think I just wasn't sure if the Dragon Burst damage would KO us afterwards, but it's actually Double Dragon, and I actually did call the Double Dragon on team. I was like, I wonder if this is Double Dragon, and it actually was. So this is good for us that's wiliest over like hakamo-o, right? Even though I still think we would have beaten the hakamo-o anyway, but this is better for us because we're going to be able to bring in this Vigoroth. So if they throw the Body Slam, I will go ahead and throw my Body Slam, but if they throw the Dark Pulse, I know they can't reach another move, and they do throw the Dark Pulse, so I'm going to be able to farm down and go for the Body Slam. We could have thrown the attack, I guess, and then farmed down the Dragonair. Whatever. It ended up working out for us, and that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. Probably should have actually done that because the Zwilies almost did farm us down, but good game. Let's go ahead and move into the final battle of the video. I think this is about a half-hour video. Thank you so much if you're watching. I really appreciate that. Vigoroth. And again, after this set, we did go on to have a 3-2 after this, which is not in this video, but it's on my stream. So we did really, really well. They're going to go ahead and switch into their feint attack, Dusclops. So we're going to go ahead and throw this Dragon Claw and then switch out into Celio. This will allow Celio to do a little bit better because now it should, Aurora Beam will either KO or come very, very close to KOing. And they do go for the Shadow Punch. And again, we know it's not a purified one, so it doesn't have return, so we really don't have to worry. I just continue to farm up. I think I do take another one. No, I don't. Okay, I don't allow them to get another one off. So we do go ahead and throw. This is going to KO. I don't expect the shield. Usually when I switch into Celio right away, a lot of times they do shield that. That's why I throw the Dragon Claw first, because then they won't shield Celio's Aurora Beam. But whereas if I throw the Dragon Claw, And yeah, they don't shield the Celio's Aurora Beam, but if I switch into Celio immediately without throwing the Dragon Claw, a lot of times they do shield the Aurora Beam. But anyway, we're going to bring in the hakamo-o, going for this Dragon Claw, and this Dragon Claw is going to pick up the shield, and we are up shield advantage right now, up to 2 shields. Oh my gosh, we don't get it off. That is not good, but it doesn't really matter. The chat was like, you're good anyway, which I knew I was. I felt pretty good in this game. We're going to go ahead and take the first one. Going to be a body slam, totally fine, easily. Taking that, going to go ahead and go up for a body slam of our own. Vigoroth is a beast in this cup. Totally recommended. You guys are already using it, I know that. This one will shield. We do have 2 shields, and we're going for the fawn down here. Actually, I switched to catch, that's right, because I knew they had another one, or they were very close to it. I think they had another one. But either way, we do catch on the Celio, and we bring in the Vigoroth, and now we can go for a body slam. They had a move on their Vigoroth, I think, and this is going to KO the opposing Vigoroth. And that's going to be a good game, and another 4-1. We are so close to Legend, guys. Will we hit it in the Evolution Cup? We might. Tune in for our Legend push, and that will be a great game. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.